1 second and we will get going. I forgot to do the intro video because it's been 2 weeks when I streamed, so everything I know about streaming has instantly just disappeared. Okay, I'm here. Holly World, thank you for the subscription. Paris Fondelope, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. I missed you, chat. I really did. You think I want to be working late Friday nights on fucking video essays? Video essays, chat. Yeah, look, we got a lot to catch up on here. You know, chat, I've been away for 2 weeks, and when I say away, I mean working way too hard on a video that was way too long. But now I'm back, and we're reunited, and we don't need to get all soppy about it. We don't have to talk about how badly we all missed each other. It was a lot. You guys probably missed me way more than I missed you, but that's fine. Loved your last video. I too am obsessed with fake video games, so I'm glad someone else is too. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I am super glad people liked that video. I have not been online a whole lot since I finished it and uploaded it. I think that video is fine. I think it's pretty... I think there's parts of it I could have done better, but I had been working on it for 6 months and I had to let that sumbitch go. So that's just kind of... It is what it is, and it's cool, and I'm glad people like it. Mredum, thank you for the subscription. I gotta get my glasses up. Oh, I didn't even put my glasses aside. Chat, I'm so rusty at this. I'm not... This is not the professional level of streaming quality that you all... that you all expect from me. I'll be back in 1 moment. I'm back. Whoop. I expected the last gamer to be better prepared. Hey, look. I've been in kind of a weird fugue state all week after the video. Been sleepy, been tired, I got the 4 a.m.s, I call them. That's when you wake up at 4 a.m. and your body's like, time to get up, and you're like, but I'm exhausted and it's not time to wake up, and your body's like, don't know what to tell you, we're awake. Favorite part of your video is telling the kids horrors of responsibility. Thank you. I was worried I was a bit worried about that bit because I thought that was really funny. I thought that, oh, this is such a silly, stupid fucking bit. Like, just this grown-ass person having a fucking meltdown because life happened, you know? And then I watched it back in, like, the kind of final edit, and I was like, is this funny? Or is it just, like, really sad? Like, does this just read like a cry for help? And I think it's funny. I think it's funny. God, I hope it's funny. Okay, so what else is new? Yeah, look, obviously I know that the new video went down really well, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched it. I haven't checked in on it in a couple of days. I don't know how many views it has. I don't want to know, but the morning after I posted it, it had like 300,000, which was fucking bananas. I think I'm just happy to have that video out of my life, and I think I just want to go and make new shit now, and because I don't like to get super caught up in whether a video is good or bad or whatever. It's just, it kind of is what it is now, and I'm kind of just happy to be done with it. But obviously thank you to everyone who has watched it and repeatedly. That's very sweet. Other new thing, I got a new haircut. I think we can all agree that I look incredibly pretty with it. Just a very beautiful thing, this haircut. I really love it. I've been getting the same haircut for like since basically 2018, and someone describes the haircut I have as very 2018, and I was like, I should probably get a new haircut. Have you caught any soft ground wrestling from Uganda? No, I saw my buddy Brennan Williams was doing some, and I was like, that's so cool. Danny Phantom looking ass. Oh, Zuka, that is both accurate and cruel. Now it's more 2016. Yeah, but 2016 is back, so we're okay. Sorry, John, it's a nice haircut, but also 2018 core. No, it's not. No, it's not, bat folk. The mean people I follow on TikTok told me that this is a modern haircut, damn it. Mullet is the new modern cut, let's be real. Look. I'm gonna be real about mullets, okay? I'm gonna be really super brutal honest here, and I think everyone is just gonna have to deal with it. I don't think I have a pretty enough face frame mullet. I don't think that's quite what my face is doing. I think if I grew a mullet, I would sort of look like someone who hangs out, like, at a truck stop, but, like, kind of a racist truck stop. Not like a fun, gay one. So a truck stop. I've got a mullet and I'm the hottest I've ever been. I don't doubt that for 1 single second, Brett_Sar. I do not. The two genders, gay and racist. Face tattoo, Eyepatch Wolf. Yeah. Big fan of face tattoos. Remember when Cody got his neck tattoo and everyone was like, that's a fucking weird tattoo? No, I think you should move that shit. He should have moved that shit right up. Then I would have respected it. You could pull off anything, including another wolf tattoo. No, okay, look, chat. I have 3 wolf tattoos. We can all agree that's enough. That's enough wolf tattoos, unless I get a really sick other one. But there's something else I want to talk about before we actually get playing Doki Doki Literature Club, which I promise is coming. So I put out the most recent video, and it took 6 months, and there was a lot of work, and it made me really tired. That one took a lot out of me. So I'm going to do something that I've been holding off on doing for probably about half a decade now. I don't think I can make these videos by myself anymore. I think I need help making them, because they are at a point now where they take so much fucking work. And you saw a little bit of it in the last video. I had Fox do some audio edits, and I had Lines in Motion do the animation section. And I think that I just need help making the videos. And so whereas before I did pretty much 100% of the editing myself, I think I need help with that. But a big part of it is that there's other shit I want to do that I don't have time to do. So here's like one example, right? I want to do a special edition of the Roman Reigns video, and it's going to be for all $1 patrons, and it's going to be called The Unreality of Pro Wrestling, Finish the Story version. And what I want to do is basically add another 20 or 30 minutes onto the end of that video, explaining Cody's story, explaining The Rock and John Cena, explaining all this kind of stuff. I want to basically make a director's cut of the Roman Reigns video. The way I work right now, that is completely impossible. Absolutely, completely impossible. So, but if I have someone who's helping me with B-roll, if I have someone who's helping me, do rough edits of videos, and just to be clear, I will still be editing videos. I'll still be doing I will still be putting the final layers on videos, and I will still, if this goes according to plan, you're not going to fucking notice that I'm using an editor, I just need someone to do the rough cuts, I need someone to do the assemblies, I need someone to do all the shit that I do not want to do anymore, and I'm still going to be finessing them, I'm still going to be doing... My hands will still be in every part of those videos. I just want time to do other shit, and I want time to, play, experience more fucking media, because I barely get any time anymore, and work on these weird side projects. And one of these weird side projects I want to work on is the Finish the Story version of the Unreality of Pro Wrestling. I'm not going to put it out publicly just because, WWE are just going to take all the ad revenue for it, and it's a nightmare. So yeah, I'm moving forward. I'm going to just be changing the way I work, and I'm going to be, bringing some people on and kind of just trying to get some help, because I feel like for the last 2 or 3 years, I have really been striving to just get a better balance with the videos, and I can't do it by myself. I wish I could. There's a part of me where it breaks my heart that I won't be just doing everything myself, because I love that, but I just can't anymore. I'm tired, chat. I can't. And so yeah, I wanna hire some people, and I want to do a bunch of weirder, cooler projects, honestly. And like something like the Roman Reigns Finish the Story video, like that is something that can only happen if I get, you know, help. Foxcade getting more money. Yeah, that little fucking worm Foxcade. He sure has wriggled his way in there, hasn't he? I'm still gonna be putting everything I have into making videos. It's shit like, okay, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, right? When I do a video, I have to spend like several days bringing like, say if I'm doing like the next video I'm gonna do is gonna be about a bunch of weird movies, and I have to bring every movie into Premiere. I then have to go through those movies fucking like frame by frame and make a little incision point whenever there's an interesting cut. Whenever there's like a camera shot that looks cool that would work in a video, I'd make a little cut. That takes so fucking long. Like, on a long video, that could take an entire day, you know? And part of me is like, why am I doing this when I could be fucking writing the Finish the Story edition? Why am I doing this when I could be doing a fucking weird stream, or like coming up with weird ideas for streams, or just streaming? Why am I doing this when it's like, it's this job that it doesn't matter who does it. It's like, and so like if I can get someone who's up for doing it and wants to do it, you know, and is like happy to do it and like pay them whatever, you know, a good wage, like something that they would not earn from just, if, I don't know, like working in a shop or whatever, then I think that could really benefit everyone, and it'll mean I can do weirder, more creative shit, and hopefully not just be really burnt out all the time. Because again, like, I'm really glad people enjoy that fake video games video. It's hard for me to look at it now and not see it as just the death march it's been for about a month now, and I just don't want a death march anymore. I want to make things, and I want to make really cool things, and I want to make things that like people will really enjoy, starting with the Finish the Story edition. And that's not going to be soon, but it's going to come. It's happening. More streams. I would love to do more streams. Like, I like, you know, I would love to do more streams, and I would love to have the time to do weirder and weirder streams. I'd love to have the time to go back and start playing Fear and Hunger again. You know, that'd be so much fun. But yeah, you know, I always just like to be straight up with you guys about like what's happening with the channel and what's happening with me. Honestly, just entering a new era of how I'm gonna do things, and I want this to be healthy, and I want this to be sustainable. And believe it or not, I want to be doing this shit in 10 years. You know, I love my fucking job. I love every part of it. I love streaming, I love writing videos, I love making videos, I love editing. I still love editing, and I still want to do, like, there's a part at the end of the new video where I'm talking about one of the infinite hallways from Vermis, and I edited together like just this infinite hallway. Man, I fucking love that shit. I love doing shit like that so much. And so if someone can take care of some of the more basic editing cuts, and I have more time to experiment with like motion graphics and all this kind of weird shit, I think the videos could get really weird and surreal, and I fucking love that, you know? So chat, that is pretty much where I'm at. That is kind of where everything is, and it's a weird one, but life is weird. But I'm kind of excited about things moving forward. I think things are in general headed in a good direction. And with that, I think it's about time we play some Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay. So, to give everyone an update here, we are going the Natsuko route, or Natsuki route, not because I like Natsuki, but because I have already done the Yuri route, and this is not what I like, just to be clear. I've done the Yuri route, that's all there is to it, okay? Okay, where were we? I think we were here. Sayori had already left by the time we decided the last meeting. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, yeah, okay. My name is Yapper in this because people started I told people how Michelle asks me how the yapping is going, and people started calling me the final Yapper, which is incorrect. It's the final gamer. But what about you? Aren't you going to help Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki. Okay. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares into a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Yapper. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is my fault. So things have gotten semi-romantic between our protagonist and Sayori. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. I don't know how to do that laugh. I don't know. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you but for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empathy smile. You really put me in a trap, Yapper. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? I don't know. You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Yapper? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't find a reason to get out of bed. Aw, goddamn. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me just not to think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? This got way too real, way too quickly, and it feels weird, but chat, we're just gonna have to go for it. It almost feels like I've been betrayed by a close friend. Yapper! Fucking dude! That's not what you say to someone who's super depressed! Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friends. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Yapper. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you wouldn't have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like that bag being swung against my head. It feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's how that laugh went, I think. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes me to help you to stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Yapper! There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped me is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you've come here, and I've made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Yapper. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yapper. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Yapper. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Yapper. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But here, you know what? This is a really good time to say content warning for Doki Doki Literature Club. This game goes some places around perhaps depression and self-harm. If that's like upsetting for you, maybe duck out of the stream. Maybe you should just be a little careful. Your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice, then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't! Don't, please. Don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be a very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling a little uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at the home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let her know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the door and let her in. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you bought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I don't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't have them at home. Good! Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course! I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snaky like she usually does. Could it be that she really is a little different outside school after all? Anyways, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not even gonna offer to take these heavy bags from me? Where's my hospitality, Yapper? Come on, since when did I have to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Yuck! This is ridiculously heavy! Ha ha ha! I carried this all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. I don't know what to do for the laughs. I don't know what those sounds are coming out of me. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist in my chest. Hey, hey! Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Eh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun I make it to be small and better, also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. Why are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's lots of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you're treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? Just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should try and treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki? Forget about it! I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a lot more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey! Was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. Oh. I finally found your weakness, Yapper. Natsuki smiles dubiously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag as we get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and what a weird way to put that, and plastic bags are strewn on every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we have to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of the movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Yapper, where did you put the food coloring? The batter is going in the oven soon, so I'll need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? The color of the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorites. Oh, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that for the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't... See, chat, just a pleasant visual novel. Nothing strange happening. You're not putting any heart into this. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end it's a million times more worth it in the end if it's just looking at it's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Okay, I think the sentence construction on that one could have been a little tighter, but it was still pretty good. Like the ones you made on my first day. I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I'll use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish off the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I get stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl of icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah, it'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here waiting all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the back bowl. You really need to beat the crap out of it. Breaking news, dyslexic streamer struggles against gameplay mechanic of reading. I mean, guilty. Guilty as charged. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it into her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, huh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger into the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next! I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop without my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki's pull causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Uh-oh! Gross! You got it in my face! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. By the way, John, have you ever played Higurashi When They Cry? If you're looking for something that's more like long-form DDLC, you might enjoy it. I played about 5 hours of the first one, and I liked it, but I never, like, beat it. I think maybe that could be a fun thing to stream at some point. That could be good. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Oh, that was perhaps a bad text box to pause on. You know what? Take this! Natsuki instead wipes off her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish! I'm faster! I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Whoa! Stop! Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? This picture is making me uncomfortable. I would rather we get away from this as soon as possible. In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is surprised. I think maybe homeboy jumped the gun a bit there. I think that was maybe... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Yapper, you really shouldn't be doing that kind of things to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me, just like that? How did the mood turn like this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Cough, cough, cough. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning on the oven. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it off. She sets it atop the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch Natsuki slide the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happens. That smells so good. The cupcakes are already to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling air, warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each tray. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up the nozzles and that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or for other patterns. But you can always use it to write stuff on cakes. Like, happy birthday, or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It could be fun to see people choose their cupcakes based on the word they like. Ooh! I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so... Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress like that. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about anything before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing. Thank you for the seven month resubscription. It touched me twice. I appreciate it. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they all are together. Yeah, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in it. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she would probably down 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Ah, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. Man, as usually, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you'll probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me in the same way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so hopeless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at the point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like this afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for your help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki? Yeah? What you said before about not always having this chance, it doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you, Yapper. I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I have to leave so early today. I really don't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer. Wait, Natsuki... Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at my sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes filled my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breath against mine. I felt it. For a while now... Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Eh? Ah! Hi! Yapper? Sayori! Just now, we weren't... It's okay, Yapper. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. You don't eat cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Oh dear. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you two were having, and how close you got to her. So, it makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Yapper? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart's splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Yapper. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Fuck! Oh, God. Monica was right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel pain anymore. But, Sayori looks away. I had a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Yapper. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Yapper, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel, and that's enough, Sayori. I don't want to hurt you anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always knew what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Sayori, you'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most for things to be like this, they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed. This dude is so fucking oblivious. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make this a happy end for you. I promise. I promise. I'll help get things. Look, my friend zone is an amazing place. Okay, people fight and claw at each other to get in my friend zone. Okay, it is a place of honor. It is a place of a select few. And now I invite my good friend Sayori to take up residency there. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like? To get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this, Sayori. It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I know this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right. I just want to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Yapper. I'll trust you with anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns and drops to her knees. Ah! Clutching her hand with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left hopelessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on her path that's right. but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Bro, it's not that complicated. Come on. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering, should I be doing something more or something different? I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'll be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. And that, chat, is how you diffuse an emotional situation. We had someone that was upset. We said the exact right thing to calm them down. No one got hurt, and everyone is fine. That is what I do in these visual novels. I am a fixer of feelings. I am a giver of comfort. I am a saver of bad situations. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but decide that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by stacking them 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond, thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. But knowing Monica, I'm sure this will be great too. Yapper, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'm performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she's overslept again. That dummy. You'd think on a day as important as this, should you try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Yapper. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging in this morning, you know? That's really fucked up that she would say that. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows her what's best for her, right? Jeez, you don't know the full story, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica's being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poem for the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the ones she practiced. It's the one I hadn't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. There's more than that. I'm going to assume you get it. Get out of my head. I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head. I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head. I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Yapper, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different than anything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my minds. I'm going to go get Sayori, so, well, alright. Try not to take too long. Okay. I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls after me. I quicken the pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's no big deal. At least wait for her or help her to wake up. Even the simplest gesture of walking into her room will really help. I'll tell you what Sayori needs, chat. A good old patented Final Gamer pep talk to lift those clouds and turn that frown upside down. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, and she's not picking up her phone. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house, isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Here we go, chat. Motivational talk of the century. Sayori, let me tell you that when life gives you lemons, you just gotta make lemonade. I really don't want to have to enter her room like this. It isn't kind of a breach of privacy, but she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori, great news, buddy. It's a brand new day, and... What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes, what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I'd be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession, that has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do this to her when she needed me most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of the relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friends. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance. I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed me to. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Okay, as we can see, this is a perfectly normal menu. And what say this time we just try again and just really take care of little Sayori's?